A few years back, CFPB put out some similar principles with respect to payments and subsequently issued rules around payments. So in my opinion, this current set of principles around consumer data aggregation is actually a precursor to probably a set of rules. It's being issued primarily as a set of best practices for any firms in this space to get in front of such rules should they or when they are issued. So in addition to the increased demand and product offering within the consumer data aggregation space, I would also add the Equifax breach to the equation. If you think about it, Equifax is a huge consumer data aggregator. The difference between Equifax and the consumer data aggregation technologies and offerings today is that most of what's being offered today through either your bank or a fintech organization is an opt-in offering. So as a consumer, you opt in to this data aggregation. So you have a general understanding, or you know that you're assuming some risk. The organization you work with should be mitigating those risks, ideally against this set of principles that was issued. With Equifax, it's not an opt-in service. If you are obtaining consumer lending through a bank of really any kind, you have to leverage the 3 credit bureaus as part of their underwriting process, which is their control to mitigate credit risk. I think a combination of the Equifax breach as well as the uptick in activity for the not only the need but the offerings within the consumer data aggregation space is what led to CFPB issuing these key principles. So how can a consumer protect themselves in this space? From an opt-in perspective, where you are opting into consumer data aggregation services, I would definitely educate myself with respect to what's outlined in the CFPB principles around consumer data aggregation, and make sure that whatever firm you work with or offering you work with has controls and risk mitigating factors in place with respect to those key principles. Personally, I plan to follow the CFPB very closely with respect to potential issuance of these rules, and happy to come back and provide any updates as applicable.